Welcome back, guys! I am so excited because today, this is the first time that I have ever tested out House of Lashes. And Sephora recently came out with a collaboration with House of Lashes. So they came out with eyeshadow palettes, they had some eyeliners, sorry, and some lashes. I thought I would do this video a little differently today, and if you guys watched my review on the Versailles Cosmetics Snow White palette, I'm going to be doing this kind of the way that I did that one. Sometimes I feel like with new launches, especially palettes, that I can forget to say something, and I don't really have enough time to absorb everything that's kind of going on when I'm talking about it, as I go along, instead of waiting until afterwards to really give you my true, honest opinions. Prior to this collection, I have never tried anything from House of Lashes, and I didn't really have much of an opinion on the brand aside from, and this is no exception, I think that their packaging is so gorgeous. It kind of depends on the collection, but I feel like overall it's very dainty, very feminine, and in this case I feel like it's such nice romantic packaging, and this is supposed to be based on the feelings of Paris, and I definitely get that from this packaging. It just reminds me so much, you guys, I talk about this all the time, but it reminds me of season 2 of Outlander because it's set almost completely in Paris. So, A+++ on the packaging because I feel like I got what they were going for with this, and it's just so stunningly gorgeous. Now, this was just the box that the palette came in. It's pretty hefty too. So, honestly, this isn't really something that you would want to travel around with. And there's also another reason why, and I'll show you in a second. But this is the real packaging for the palette. So the palette is up here, up top, where this opens. And then there's a little drawer here for you to put your lashes, and it comes with an eyelash adhesive. So that was really nice. Now, what I am not happy about. One, I've already mentioned it, not portable. Even with the lashes and the glue, this is like a jewelry box size. I would not take this traveling with me, but it kind of solves half the problem on its own because when you open this up, if you pull this little tab, the actual palette comes out. So, I guess if you had a cover or I don't know where you'd put it, but the actual palette comes out, so you only really have this one little wedge here, which is really nice. So that does make the palette a little more portable. But when this arrived, and I'm so disappointed, honestly. I'm gonna hold this down, but one of the shades, which was called Primrose, must have broken in transit. So if you look at this, it is everywhere. It is all over the palette. It has muddied up all of the other shades. It was just, I was so excited for this, and I don't know, I just opened it and, your heart just kind of sinks. Not only did it get all over the palette, it got all over the mirror, and it got all over my desk when I opened it up. And then, of course, because I have 2 curious kittens, they both stepped in it. And now I have little, mauve paw prints everywhere. So I'll insert some swatches here of all the shades for you in just a minute. I'm going to split them up between mattes and metallics or shimmers because there are 16 shades in the palette, and I don't think my arm can fit 16. So like I mentioned before, this palette comes with 16 shades, and they have an equal split of matte and shimmers. These are the 8 matte shades And these 4 lighter ones here on, I guess, my left, your right, these ones here definitely have a bunch of fallout, but the darker you get into the blues and the grays, it tends to taper off, and you are just left with like this gorgeous, deep, like intense, beautiful color. And here are the 8 metallic shades. What was so surprising with these is that some of these are actually shimmery, some are metallic, some are glittery, and some even kind of surprise you a little bit because they have a duochrome shift, like the 3rd one here on the left. These are definitely, I think they work better wet than dry, but these shimmery metallic shades I feel like just make the entire palette. As for the eyeshadows themselves, the pigmentation on them is absolutely beautiful. Being truthful, I haven't really tried Sephora shadows in a long time. Not really by choice. I just don't think about it, honestly, and I always end up taking like one of their palettes out of my cart because I'm like, ugh, I'm already spending so much money, and I put them back. So I am super, super impressed with the quality of the shadows. Like I said, the pigmentation was great. I think I used 6 different shades on my eyes. I've got 4 blues, a silver in the middle, and then like a very light like champagne on the inner corner. All of them were great. They do have a lot of fallout though, especially the lighter shades. If you tried the Anastasia Beverly Hills Some Culture palette and saw how much kickback you got in the pan from a brush, that's kind of how some of the lighter shades are in this to me. So there was quite a bit of mess. I also have some sky blue paw prints on my desk because there was that much kickback from the lightest blue. But it seems like the darker you get in the shadows, the less fallout they have. So once they were actually on my face, my lids, it wasn't really that bad. But in the pan, it's just kind of a mess. And it's only just exacerbated by the fact that I have one broken pan that's just already all over the entire container. I do think they blended amazing, and I think that the look that I have right now is actually one of the best blended eye looks that I've done in a long, long time. And it was just so effortless. I would just take a clean brush, and after I had set down every color kind of where I wanted it, I would buff out the edges with the clean brush, and it took literally no effort at all to blend them out. Again, a little bit of fallout in the pan, but overall, like the palette itself, aside from the broken pan, was really quite nice. I also picked up this trio of eye pencils, which are the Creme de la Creme liner set, and it comes with 3 separate colors. Again, this is something that I haven't tried from Sephora in a long time. I used to really enjoy like their 12-hour waterproof like chubby pencils that they had, and it was like specifically the khaki color. That was my jam. That was my favorite color. I wore it all the time. I was a mess. But the quality of these as well, I think, the whole collection of everything that I've tried, these are my favorite. I used the middle shade, which is a gold, on my waterline, on the bottom waterline, and it looks so amazing. It went on great with one swipe. I didn't have to go over it multiple times. It wasn't patchy. It's not running in my waterline. It is staying put. I do kind of feel like compared to the shades that are offered in both of the eyeshadow palettes, they really could have included a cooler shade pencil in this, because right now you get like a bronze, a gold, and like a light pink, which are all fairly warm, and a lot of the shadows in this palette in particular, there's two palettes. This is the Versailles palette. They're very cool toned, so there's no liners that really go with that very well. There's also a set of, I think, 3 liquid liners, but even that, it's not a whole lot of variety, honestly. But like the formula, man, this is so bomb. So I feel like if you want to try something from this collection and you don't want to spend a ton of money, try one of the liner sets, because I just love how it went on. It's just gorgeous. And lastly, of course, what is a House of Lashes collaboration without a pair of lashes? I picked up the Juliet lashes, and I tried these on earlier before I started filming, because I realized that once I had them on, you really couldn't see my lids at all. When I was ordering these off the Sephora website, they had a couple of different pairs, and this one looked to me to be, the most wispy and not natural, but just kind of like they would kind of effortlessly blend with your own lashes. Ooh, I was wrong. I like them, but for this look in particular, I did not. I feel like these will look really good with like a more nude eye look, or like, warm browns, or just something a little less dramatic, because these literally covered up my entire lid and you couldn't see anything that I had done. Like, I felt like you wouldn't be able to see any of the shadows on camera, because all you would see were these crazy ass lashes. Anyway, my bad. These were not as wispy and like less dramatic as I thought they were gonna be. Maybe the other pair is. I don't know. But if you are going for dramatic, like, I would definitely do this with a more like monochrome look, where, like with these, I put a silver spotlight in the center and you couldn't tell I had anything there. So they're really nice. They're very well made. They were super comfortable, like super easy to put on. I think these might have almost been easier to put on than the Huda Beauty ones that I have, and those were really like so beginner friendly. They were amazing. But if you're looking to show off your eye makeup, this was not the way to go. Okay, and that's it. I didn't hate anything that I tried. I'm still upset about that one pan that just broke everywhere. But other than that, I am so impressed with the quality. Like the blendability of the shadows was great. This liner is so amazing. Like, I really just can't say enough good things about the liner. It was so gorgeous. But I thought this time, because there were so many shadows and it was part of like a capsule collection, it would be more beneficial to you guys for me to try it out first and then kind of give you my thoughts after I've had some time to kind of digest the products and how they performed and what I liked and what I didn't like. But I hope it was helpful for you guys. If it was, leave me a note in the comments below. And don't forget, like always, if you guys like these videos, give them a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below before you leave. I hope you guys are having an awesome week. It is almost Christmas. It's so exciting. It's actually chilly here in Texas. I hope we have a cooler Christmas this year. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.